Okay, I'm pretty sure everybody saw that Streamer University just started, and some people are saying that this is a Clapper University. Some others are calling it OF University. I even see somebody saying that it's a Betty University. Hey, let's see what Omizi has to say about it. This video is called Streamer University is not what you think it is. Let's see what Omizi has to say.
Here we go again.
What a genuine genius this.
Here we go again.
What a genuine genius this guy is. Just literally getting everyone else in the world, all the other creators in the world, to be doing his freaking bidding for him and his advertising for him. And then you know who he picks? All the biggest
Okay, somebody's mad because he wasn't picked. It's normal. Happens every time.
creators. All the FaZe, all the freaking that new Como house, all the AMP. He just put a sketch.
Right on cue after the announcement
He's just mad because he wasn't picked.
of the participants of Streamer University, we have think piece after think piece about who belongs and who doesn't. People are criticizing Kai Cenat, saying that there's nothing but BBL women in there, there's nothing but friends in there, there's nothing but celebrities in
Even if that's true, what's the problem? I don't see no problem with that.
there, and there's
No
nothing but
mother-
big
no
streamers
problem.
in there. And to be honest with you, this is something that Kai Cenat called almost verbatim that people will be criticizing him for.
A lot of niggas about to hate me after this, whether it's good or bad, whatever it is. A lot of niggas are going to hate me. Yeah. I can see the TikTok think pieces already. We don't get accepted. We didn't get accepted.
And I guess if you look at the
You don't
biggest
give a
names
fuck.
on the roster, then maybe I could understand how some people are getting to these conclusions. But honestly, they are wrong. Not only are you seeing celebrities, but you're seeing big streamers, professors, people who have already had motion. But when you start to break down the numbers as to who is in Streaming University, you realize that, I ain't gonna lie, people are turning a blind eye to the reality of the fact, and it's probably based on the fact that they are jealous that they didn't get in. It seems as though the backlash is misguided. It's never supposed to be let anybody in university. So I think we need to break down who got into Streamer University and why people are hating so much. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go along.
People are hating for two reasons. Either because they wasn't accepted. No, it's just one reason. Because they wasn't accepted. Or they just want to hate.
Long way for the channel. If you subscribe, I'm gonna let you into Omizi University, except for the freak balls. Some of the freak balls, y'all can't be here. Now, back into the video.
Streamer University, is it not for streamers trying to make it? You're bringing millionaires into the team! What does he need this for?
Oh, brother, these guys stink. In the aftermath
They
of
do.
Streamer University's acceptance list, I've had to have my ear yapped off by nonsensical content creators.
Oh yeah, it was just a couple of hours of people screaming. I mean, the typical streaming today, pretty much. Yeah, Streamer University was like NBA draft, but for streamers, everybody's screaming. But even the NBA players got more class than this.
Streamers, Twitter
Braden wearing a suit.
people, Instagram people about their think pieces and theories as to why that there are so many celebrities and big name streamers in Streamer University. This tweet says, I'm not gonna lie, Kai only picked like max 5 people who were affiliates or had a low following. Not speaking for myself, by the way, I'm
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure he picked a lot of people that's already making money with streaming, but to be honest, I think he picked a lot of people that's just not mainstream. A lot of baddies too. I ain't saying he didn't do that. I don't think he can fight the Clapper University thing, but there's a lot of people who I don't know. So I would say it's definitely not mainstream. But is it for starting creators? Is it for underground people? I don't know. Let's see.
partner. Everybody
Of course, I didn't watch the whole thing. Also, I'm not. I got a life.
else was either partnered or super known already. It was damn near 90% women also. This other tweet says, that's a damn shame Kai Cenat had all those people apply and come to Streamer University, only for him to choose streamers that are already well known. What was the point of acting like you were trying to find new raw talent if the talent is already famous people? Boy, confirmation bias is a for some of these people. Look, if you only look at the most recognizable names, it can feel like only the big creators got in, the small creators got pushed to the side. And when people see celebrities, big streamers, and professors all on the same roster, it makes the whole thing feel more exclusive than it actually is. Honestly, this is where the backlash becomes misleading to me. People are reacting to the names that they recognize and not the full roster.
Did Kai Cenat actually ignore small streamers? 40% of the streamers that got accepted averaged 1 to 150 viewers per stream. So to me, I consider these the small streamers, and they made up 40% of the acceptance rate. Now, from all the people who averaged 0 to 150 viewers, 16 people got accepted, averaging less than 25 viewers per stream. Now, these are people who were super consistent. They have been streaming.
Now, Kai Cenat, even though he is a big streamer already, he doesn't need to prove anything to nobody. Of course, he wants the benefits off of Streaming University. I'm pretty sure he's spending a lot of money on it, and he got to make the money back. And it's a win-win situation. Everybody's going to win. Everybody benefits off of it. So it just makes sense for him to pick also people that's already making view, people that's already established. I wasn't expecting him to only pick starting. I wasn't expecting him to only pick starting streamers. If this statistics are right, then it just shows that people is just mad for being mad. They're just mad because they want to be mad, or they just mad because they want some clout, or because they want it to be accepted. Because 40% is a big amount. If this is true, I don't know how the fuck he got to this conclusion, but if this is true, people is just mad and they gotta shut the fuck up.
For weeks,
Go put in that work.
months, maybe even years, and they haven't been getting much love. So the really small streamers are pretty well represented here.
Now, shouts out to that guy who put together that comprehensive video about the data behind who got into Streamer University and who didn't, because he confirmed what I felt as I watched the Streamer University announcement list live. 40% of accepted streamers had between 1 and 150 viewers. Now, in the grand scheme of it all, that's decently sized, but nobody would say that that's a big streamer. 18% had 150 to 500 viewers. 17.5% are non-streamers and people who only started streaming recently. That's 76%. That's more than 3/4 of the streamers being what we would call small.
Sky Jepsen got accepted. I've heard people saying she doesn't even stream. Sarah Safari, fitness influencer. People saying that she doesn't even stream. I don't know.
Smaller streamers or just non-streamers at all. Only 4.2% of the people that made it were people who averaged 10,000 or more viewers. And I felt the same exact way when I was watching it in real time, looking up people go from 1 live viewer to 20,000 live viewers. So this idea that Kai Cenat accepted just the biggest names in the content creation space, the massive streamers only, that's just not true. Now, of course, you're gonna have the big name celebrities and bigger streamers involved, which we'll get into a little bit later. But a lot of the backlash is based on people reacting to those names that are huge and not recognizing the full picture. They can't see the forest for the trees. Is that it? I think I said it right this time. I don't know. But once the data shows that there are small creators, the argument then transitions to why not pick even more unknown people? That's where people are forgetting about the audition.
I just don't know how true is the data. If he showed how he got to that conclusion, maybe we would believe it more. But for me, those are just numbers. Hopefully it's true.
Every time you with that nigga, I lose. I'm the one that gotta pay for it. But he the one who think he the man in Compton, cause he is. Now you gonna get off his corner, you gonna let his people be, or by all means you gonna have to find a new plug. You don't mean that shit. The fuck I don't. I built this shit, me, brick by brick, and I refuse for you to tear it down cause you don't like the way another nigga talk. How you doing, Kyle?
That sounded just like the guy.
You did that.
Nah, he did that.
You did that.
You see, this is the part where most people are
did it.
forgetting. You didn't need some sort of big platform to get Kai Cenat's attention. You didn't need a huge social media presence. The auditions were the opportunity for you to show your personality, talent, confidence, or something memorable. The big guy who performed the snowfall scene and the guy who arrested Kai Cenat, which I thought was the most funniest thing in the world, are perfect examples of these.
For here from the Amos Department of Corrections, could you kindly stand up for me? We're here to issue you a few citations. So you have 2 options. We're going to offer you 2 deals. I need you to hire me as the home monitor for Streamer University. As you can see, I'm very competent at my job, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So that's one way to go, or you'll be apprehended at the scene as we speak.
Okay, I can't accept now.
They didn't ask Kai Cenat for a chance. They used the moment to show presence. And for the big guy specifically, that helped him get in. There has to be some sort of baseline in these auditions. Streamer University just can't accept anybody in because they wanted badly. Hell, everybody in that line wanted it badly. But as somebody who was a part of the Atlanta audition,
Yeah, something that's that streaming is lacking is definitely authenticity. You watch a new streamer and you watch that they pretty much behave the same way. They all trying to act like Kai Cenat, Duke Dennis, whatever, Asian. They all trying to act like the mainstream guys, and yeah, just doing crazy stuff on in front of the camera. Nobody is really trying to come in with that new energy. Oh, Omizi was in the field though. He was there. Did Omizi try to go into streaming university?
Think about if Kai Cenat let all 2,200 of those people in, 2,200 people from the New York one, 2,200 from the LA. At some point, come on, guys, I don't know what people are expecting. This one tweet from Ari the Mermaid sums up the audition process because I know people thought that was also a waste of time. See, this type of thinking is what I hate. It's not a waste at all. Being a streamer is literally putting yourself out there for opportunities. Most people don't even have that courage to do so and want to take that leap of faith to try. Showing up in and of itself was an opportunity for you to get content, for you to get visibility, and for you to network and create some type of experience. I know a lot of people saw an influx in viewership, whether it be on their short form content, their long form content, their live stream, just because they were doing, saying, or being around Streamer University. And at the end of the day, this is literally what being a content creator is about. Putting yourself out there in a safe and respectful way of yourself and others, but just getting out there and experiencing something totally different and new. And this is where the conversation for a lot of these people who didn't get in and are upset today gets a little uncomfortable because they felt like they were a small streamer in Kai Cenat.
I don't know when streaming university starting, but I don't know if it's gonna start right now. But Dean the Great, is Dean the Great his name? Dean and AB, those two guys, they're now doing this thing of like staying in the gym for like 45 days or 30 days or something. And I think that's a good way of dealing with this shit. In a sense of like, you didn't get into, but you're gonna do your own thing. And this is gonna make them views for sure. Everybody want to see AB back in the ring. Even I didn't know who he was before, honestly. I'm not the bigger box fan. Of course, I know who Floyd Mayweather is, and some other guys, but I didn't know who AB was. But now that I know a little bit of his history, I actually want to see him in the ring again. And this is good content. 30 days inside the gym. Like gym-thon, or I don't know what they call it, but this is good content right there.
It's not letting small streamers in. Small streamer doesn't just mean a random person who deserves some sort of chance. Small streamer means somebody who has proven something but just doesn't have the viewership yet.
I'm fucking trans, bro. I'll be transitioning OD. I was on TikTok live with all girls. Then I went to Twitch and then I had no views. Then I built up an all guys, all dudes. I started doing girl content, Risen. I blew up with that. The only people who consistently grow in content creation and social media are the people who can transition. If you can't transition, your career lifespan is gonna be way more shorter.
This is where people confuse being small with unqualified. A creator can average under 500 viewers and still have years, and I do mean years of experience. They can have clips, community, editing reps, personality, and real content identity. Brayden is a good example of that. He started in short form, then moved to the IRL streaming with the girls, and then realized, hey, he's not gonna build a real community doing that. So then he shifted towards more of the personality being the product. This is the type of creator that Streamer University makes sense for. Not someone who magically becomes a creator overnight. Somebody who's been trying, adjusting, failing, and trying to figure out exactly what their content is. Even when I go and look for somebody who is going to be an undiscovered streamer or a next big content creator, I look at their entire scope, not just what you did in a year, but do you really understand the process? Did you hop into 2K and then switch from gaming to something more IRL? Did you do some talking head videos? Have you gone through all of these different things to understand what works and what doesn't work in multiple niches? And then once you understand that, you can make anything work, to be quite honest with you. And if you look at that, that's consistent about all the big streamers and content creators across the internet. Hell, even Kai Cenat went from gaming to pranks to stories to what he is now. And that path that he's got makes Kai Cenat one of the best A&Rs in the business. He's really got an eye for talent.
Kai Cenat put me on to Speed, actually. First time I watched Speed was when I was in the AMP house, and Speed was barking in his room and he was sweating, and I think he just hit 1 million subs. And Kai Cenat said, nah, Speed is up next. And I'm like, what? What is this? He's just some barking in his room, shirtless, sweaty. He's like, nah, he got it. Look where Speed is now, bro. And Kai Cenat was right. He has an eye for talent. That's why the Stream University is so cool.
Kai isn't just looking at numbers. He's looking for presence, moments, personalities, and people who can act actually handle attention. But even if Kai has an eye for talent, Streamer University is still not just a charity event. It's also a live stream event. And that means that the roster needs some sort of balance.
It is a business. And the type of people that were picked for that Streaming University, you could tell the catalog, the type of people that they pick. And it's no hard feelings against them. It's just the vibe, the energy that he going for with the 2026 class. It's like obvious, you could see. I kind of feel that sentiment, like, yeah, it shouldn't be people that are Twitch partner picked or people that already have some motion picked. But again, like, game is game. That's just simply how this is.
Finding it there.
I disagree. It needs to be that people too. It needs to be people that's already making cash off of this shit. It needs to be people that already takes it serious. There need,
You
as he
actually
said,
connect with can feel like
as he said, we need balance.
I think that a lot of people don't understand that at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of balance that goes into all of this. Naturally, Kai Cenat can't have all big names and all big streamers. He can't have all women. He can't have all men. He can't have all small streamers. There has to be some sort of balance. So when I listen to some of these criticisms of people when they talk about Stream University, I just feel as though they're
It was only small streamers. It would seem like a charity event or something like that.
not hitting the nail on the head. They're not seeing the forest for the trees.
Kai Cenat, we're not watching that bullshit. We're not watching Celebrity University. Why the f is Lizzo's, Geo? Like, what the f are you doing, my nigga?
Dream Doll? I just want to give a message to all those people out there that went and lined up. What you need to work on is your clout. Get your clout up. Don't look for Stream University to be the thing that catapults you. If you haven't noticed, it's mainly Kai Cenat.
Move forward.
Bringing in people who got clout and a bunch of females who got semi-clout.
If Kai Cenat was to fill it with all the big names in the world, it would feel more like an award show as opposed to something that is real and authentic, which is the basis and foundation of streaming. If he were to fill it all with women, it would feel like some sort of OnlyFans event. If he filled it with just the bros, it would feel like a sausage party. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to see that. And if he was to fill it with all small streamers, I'm telling y'all, working in this industry before, I have had so many issues with just working with just smaller streamers. It's actually crazy. Not that there's anything inherently bad with them. It's just that they're not.
It probably feels like you're giving more value than what you're getting, and everybody needs to benefit. Even Kai, especially Kai, because he's putting all the money.
There yet. The audience still needs storylines. The stream still needs recognizable faces. The professors need some sort of experience to bring attention and structure. The mid-level creators bring momentum, and the smaller creators bring discovery. That's the mix right there. Streaming University is not just who deserves it the most, it's also who creates the moments, who can bring the audience, who can teach, who can network, and who can make the event entertaining. Now, does that mean the mix is always gonna be perfect? No. Some celebrity picks are fair to question. This one Twitter user asking, why is Lizzo here after she went from being a Grammy award-winning artist to where she is now is valid, but I think if you look at Lizzo's career and what's going on in her space, especially with the last albums, as it all makes sense to me. If you want to question a professor, I think that that's fine too. And some of the baddies may have gotten off of vibes and aura. Okay, fine. I want to ask, what would you do? A few questionable picks don't make the entire roster a scam. A lot of the anger feels like people turning rejection into proof that the whole thing was rigged. Some people are mad because they didn't get picked. Some people are mad because their favorite content creator didn't get picked. Some people are mad because they thought Streamer University was just going to be some sort of open door giveaway. But not getting accepted does not mean that the whole process was pointless. And it definitely doesn't mean that there should be no criteria at all. Look, Streamer University is not perfect. I promise you nothing in this world is. Kai can still be criticized for certain picks. But the whole idea that Streamer University is for big streamers and celebrities only, that's just not true. The roster has small, middle, new, big, and it has professors. The balance is the point. Look, I challenge people this weekend to go on Twitch,
super famous
to go on
streamers
Kick,
there.
to go on YouTube.
You got super famous streamers there. You got mid famous streamers there. Let's say for example, Yana. He's a top tier streamer. She's very known now. You got Braden. He's like a mid tier streamer when it comes to being known by the people. And then you got a couple names of streamers, of very small streamers that I don't even know the name.
To go on Rumble, to go on TikTok, whatever. Scroll down and look at the people who were on the smaller side that you felt like should have got in, or who criticized Kai Cenat for making a list. And then look at their content. And then look at how consistent they've been. And then ask yourself, is this person who is doing chess streams, who is very monotone, who's 67, do you think that they would fit into Streamer University? Do you think that this Instagram person who only has like 3 or 4 posts and they put in an application to Streamer, do you think that they they deserve to be in Stream University? This woman on Instagram said, at Kai Cenat, I thought Stream University was meant for small creators who are trying to perfect their craft and grow, not people who are already famous and have millions of dollars in their bank accounts. I'm not even a streamer, and the choices made honestly upset me. It feels like a missed opportunity to give aspiring creators the exposure and guidance they actually need. If you ask me, this whole thing is a joke.
This is lame. She is mad because she wasn't picked. It's lame. I got no other words for it. It's just lame.
Gonna slap in these small creators' face.
Keep on doing you. Like, what if Kai didn't exist? You wouldn't care.
Who stood in line for hours. And when I scrolled down her page, I thought to myself, where do you fit in? Like, no disrespect and no shade to her, but like, you know, content creation is for everybody. Every facet of content creation is not for everybody. I just don't understand why people believe that Stream University was supposed to be let everybody in university.
I can see the TikTok think pieces already.
It just doesn't make sense. Every school in Spaceline, and the ones who are actually ready for those opportunities usually understand that. For those that didn't get in, like myself even, this isn't gonna stop me from creating content. This isn't gonna stop me from being consistent. It may change.
You can still do you, and maybe next year you can get into. He said he's gonna do it every year, so brother, go do you, go build that audience, go do your thing. Don't think this thing is gonna set you back or something. If anything, it's an opportunity for you to grow even more. Not for you to be accepted by Kai, but for you to just be a more valuable person. Because if you are out there on the internet saying that they only picked big names and people with big audience and that got millions of dollars in their bank account, first off, it's lame. Second, you're just mad because you wasn't picked. Try to become better. Maybe next year you get picked. And even if you don't, your value shouldn't be attached to that. Is Kai Cenat opinion really that important to you? Now, I would definitely love to go to Streamer University and Kai get into my room and I'm making like 20,000 views and making, I don't know, $10,000 in an hour. I don't know how that fucking works because I don't stream. I'm literally just doing reactions right now, but I wouldn't be doing this lame shit, going to the internet crying because a grown-ass man didn't pick me up. Or even worse, being a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman going to the internet, being mad because another grown-ass man didn't pick me. That's L-A-M-E, lame.
How I do content, right? Especially if that's my end goal and I want to get to that thing. I'm going to study what's on this list. I'm going to study the trends that come up in the upcoming years, see who's hot, see who's not, all these different things. And then, oh, boom, make some pivots and decisions to fit my type of content better for that. But ultimately, I'm never going to stop learning and stop growing as a content creator. And neither should you if that's what you truly want to be. But if it takes Kai Cenat to say like, yo, I'm about to do Streamer University for you to start doing a bunch of content, get consistent, maybe post a couple IG pics here and there or whatever, just to say that you're a small creator, then I'm gonna be honest with you, this probably isn't for you. Take this year to really reflect.
Yeah, there's people just trying to make money off of it. That's what it is.
And be different. Otherwise, you're gonna end up in the same situation next year as you did this year. As Kai said, he's gonna do this forever. You'll be doing this forever.
Video by Omizi. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.